Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Some few hours ago, Irungu Kangata, Oda's gubernatorial aspirant for Murang'a County, shared a tweet. A tweet I know might have been informed by the latest political happenings on the mountain. So in this video, I want us to have a look at the tweet, after which we are going to dissect it to see exactly what it means politically. But before we dig deep into that analysis, in case you've bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Yes, this is the tweet. Irungu Kangata. If Martha Karua resigned from Kibaki's government, a soft and cool guy, how will she deal with Raila's combustible character? She will resign in 1 week of their swearing in. That's Irungu Kangata some few hours ago. And looking at that post superficially, or rather that tweet, I'm seeing Irungu Kangata who is actually surrendering. I'm seeing Irungu Kangata who is actually living up to a possibility of Raila Amolo Odinga and Martha Karua forming the next government. So Irungu Kangata is actually waking up to that reality, that Raila and Martha Karua can actually form the next government. So in this video, I want us to dig deep to see exactly what might be influencing Irungu Kangata's change of mind, because honestly I believe that some few months ago, Irungu Kangata or any other leader could not imagine of even a possibility of Raila forming the next government. But this tweet is a clear indication that Irungu Kangata might be giving that a thought. If you look at the latest political undertakings in the country, especially on the mountain, I won't be wrong to actually state clearly here that Raila Amolo Odinga in the few past days has actually gained on the mountain. And it's only commonsensical that as Raila Amolo Odinga gains, William Ruto actually declines. And I know Irungu Kangata might have sensed that. And also that's a given fact, because upon Raila picking Martha Karua, there's been a lot of excitement on the mountain towards Martha Karua, towards Raila Amolo Odinga, and towards Azimio. In fact, Martha Karua is currently combing the mountain. And William Ruto and his team are actually scared to a point. They are also planning to undo the Martha Karua damage on the mountain. So it's almost clear that Raila Amolo Odinga might be gaining on the mountain at the expense of a declining William Ruto. Irungu Kangata might just be sharing that tweet with that kind of a reality. And then if you look at it again from another angle, upon William Ruto picking Rigathi Gachagua and Raila picking Martha Karua, a good majority of Kenyans had a very strong belief and have a strong belief that Raila Odinga picked the best running mate that can actually help him deliver on his promises. Raila is deemed a reformist. Martha Karua is also deemed a reformist. So Martha Karua can actually complement effectively what Raila Amolo Odinga maybe intends to do. If you look at William Ruto is deemed corrupt. Rigathi Gachagua is deemed corrupt. These are things in the public domain. William Ruto had the opportunity of picking Professor Kithure Kindiki, a person who is seen to have some bit of integrity compared to Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. But William Ruto opted for Rigathi Gachagua. And that is an indication that William Ruto has some affinity for people who share some common ideologies with him. Rigathi is not known to be a reformer. Same to William Ruto. All these two leaders are deemed to be very corrupt, very arrogant, and very boastful. So it seems William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua are actually sailing on the same boat. So upon William Ruto picking Rigathi Gachagua and Raila picking Martha Karua, a majority of Kenyans are actually in agreement that Raila picked the best running mate as opposed to William Ruto. And upon these two leaders picking the running mates, the recent opinion polls that have so far been done are clearly indicating that Raila Amolo Odinga is actually rising in popularity. And even there are some opinion polls indicating he has already overtaken William Ruto. And before Raila picked Martha Karua, actually it was believed that in the event Raila snubbed Kalonzo Musyoka, then Raila was going to find it very hard beating William Ruto. There were such kind of feelings and beliefs before Raila picked Martha Karua. But upon Raila picking Martha Karua, Raila's popularity has actually risen. That only indicates and shows that as things are today, a combination of Raila Karua and Uhuru Kenyatta, no combination can actually beat that combination. Whether Kalonzo, William Ruto, and all that team were all to team up together, they will not be able to beat a combination of Raila Karua and Uhuru Kenyatta. That is something coming out clearly after Raila picked Martha Karua as his running mate. So I'm seeing Irungu Kangata, who is also actually alive to that fact. Irungu Kangata is seeing clear possibilities, or rather clear chance, of Raila Amolo Odinga winning this year's presidential election. Only that he is in order and he does not want to come out expressly on that, not to be actually victimized by William Ruto and his camp. But I'm seeing Irungu Kangata, who is actually just admitting that Raila Amolo Odinga is most definitely going to win this year's presidential election. And then if you dissect that tweet by Irungu Kangata, it exposes mediocrity in our country's leadership. It exposes the kind of bad politics in Kenya. I rather die than to resign. In the developed countries overseas, we are seeing leaders actually resigning if they may believe that their stay in government will not actually lead to them serving the people well. We have seen them resigning. A minister of road, maybe in some other countries, can even resign just because of an accident alone. But in Kenya, you find a leader who is clearly implicated in corruption, saying he rather die than to resign. So you find that in Kenya, resigning is nothing that some of these corrupt leaders do not buy. They don't just buy to that kind of argument. And largely, if you look at leaders in Kenya, or other people subscribing to that kind of thought, they are mostly coming from Kenya Kwanza Alliance. Some few years back, Polycarp Igathe actually resigned as Nairobi deputy governor. A post I know, he was getting some good packages just because he was a governor. But Polycarp Igathe actually forfeited all that because he felt he was not going to be of value to Nairobi residents. And that, in my considered opinion, is the politics we should actually emulate. A public service, or rather, somebody who has been entrusted with public service, is not tenable, or rather is not actually right to continue staying in a public office if you know pretty well you won't offer the services to the masses, or rather to the public. So I'm seeing some deliberate efforts by the Tanga wing of the political divide to actually perpetuate impunity. William Ruto, for years now, it's believed and assumed he has never been to his office, but is still earning some salary. He's still being driven in government cars, earning all the perks and allowances. But actually, he's doing very little for Kenyans. The best thing William Ruto ought to have done is maybe to resign. But because of our bad Kenyan politics, he rather stays in office than to resign. And that's the ideology actually being subscribed by leaders supporting William Ruto. Same to Irungu Kangata. Martha Karua, in my considered opinion, did the best thing by actually resigning for Mwai Kibaki's government. Because she felt, that she was not going to be able to offer the services to Kenyans as maybe she was intending to do. So the best thing, in my considered opinion, was for Martha Karua to resign, which she did. Irungu Kangata and maybe Tangatanga Kenya Kwanza Alliance should actually wake up to that reality. A public office is not a personal office. That irrespective of what happens, then you just want to cling into the office. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me leave it there for today. In case you've bumped here for the very first time, just as I did indicate, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. That tweet by Irungu Kangata shows clearly this is a man who is actually surrendering. He's actually coming to terms with a possibility of Raila Amolo Odinga being the next president after Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.